So I am a co-chair for the ESIP's Software and Services Citation Working Group, and my two co-chairs are not here. Jessica Hausman and James Gallagher are just amazing co-chairs, and they come out of the NASA group, and we have some citation guidelines that are going to come to ESIP for review, and I want you to love them, and I'm going to tell you all about them today. So there's an awful lot of reasons why software and citation guidelines are important for you to care about. When you publish, you need to be using these. It's pretty important. So first of all, I'm going to tell you about the fact that they aid scientific reproducibility. So what does that matter? What that matters is you're going to have actual, accurate pointing, disambiguation of exactly which version of the software or the service that you were using. Also, you get credit for having developed that software. So that means that the credit, if you get your ORCID and you've got yourself on a repository and everything's connected, that citation will actually get back to your CV, which is fantastic. And transparency and accountability. It's really important that it's clear exactly how we do our research, which software we're using, which services we're using. You're documenting that in your methods, and things are very clear to others that are looking at your research. And you want to know who's using and reusing your software. So many of you develop for groups or other groups or international groups. It's important that they also cite your software. If they build on it, they should cite the original version. And guess what? You get credit, and you can follow how your software is being used across the world. Also, how they're using it. Do you not love this? This is, yeah, okay, great. So make it, and it will show you ways that can be innovative and different ways that science can be furthered because you built some amazing software. Fair, so your software, once it's cited, actually becomes more fair. It's findable, it's accessible, interoperable, and reusable. Way cool words. And this, the citation guidelines that we're building, those came from Force 11, DataCite, and the ESIP Data Citation Working Group. So we pulled all that together, and we're all members of all of these different groups, and made an amalgam, and there's a lot of examples for Earth, Space, and Environmental Sciences. So it's going to be a really great resource for you. So this is what it looks like. These are the different elements. It looks very much like a publication, but things like version are in there. And depending on what your publisher is, you can rearrange the fields based on what they require for bibliography. But if you happen to have a digital object identifier, right? So if you actually put your software in a repository where you have a DOI registered, then you want to use the following examples. Example number 1 uses a DOI. This example I'm going to show you uses a DOI. So this is from the Department of Energy out of Los Alamos, and this is what it would look like when you actually have a URL with a DOI in it. How many of you use GitHub? I mean, all your arms better go up. Okay, so those of you who use Git, did you know you could actually register a DOI using GitHub? Okay, okay, now all of you know. So there is a tool in there that Zenodo has built into GitHub, so you want to be able to use that to actually register, get a DOI, and cite that way. But if you don't have a DOI, boo. Well, many of us don't, because it's not all prevalent throughout everything. So many of us don't have DOIs. Then you're going to want to use the URL. For instance, this particular URL that I'm going to show you, perfect, is a Python notebook. So this is a great example. I just got asked by an editor how to cite a Python notebook at AGU yesterday. I'm sending them this slide and saying, this is how you do it. Is that not brilliant? Thank you. And also, Giovanni, who are the Giovanni people? Hello, I know you're here. Oh, come on. Really? Who uses Giovanni? Okay, this is how you cite it. This is it. This is your example. Take a picture, quick. So when you look at the citations coming through, so make sure you take a look and give us more ideas for more examples. So what you're going to want to know is that we hope to have this online and fully approved by February of 2019, so not that very long away. And this is the work of the working group, so everybody who's on there, thank you very much. And then we're going to hook it into the guidelines for the editors and reviewers and authors of the publications of Earth, Space, and Environmental Science Science worldwide, yes! I know, I get excited too. And because it's all of the groups coming together, Force 11, RDA, and all of the international groups, that's why it really matters. And they're looking at your example of how to do something in your domain as being forward-moving and progressive and awesome. So more citations, get you more fair data, get you more citations for your publications, and thank you very much.